Hello everybody. Welcome to the secondary championship. We're not without issue. I've got all this prepared at least. We're on Olympic GP for round 1 in the compact class, with GT4 in the club, GT5 in the Brioso 300 widebody. Qualifying's about to start. We've got 100 months from Dorogen. It's all kicking off. Qualifying starting bang on time. This song brought to you by Impressive X.
What vehicle have I chosen?
Thank you, Dorogen.
No, you
Excuse me. So, we're here, we're ready.
Oh, he's giving me the finger. I was not last.
Before I even started, I had
More speed.
I had issues.
No, I'm behind Danny again. More speed.
The capture card literally died at the moment I wanted to start.
No.
As far as intro sequence songs go, the Scumbag song is greater than the Chain.
Scumbag.
Oh, man.
Scumbag.
Looks like we got a few spots, people not showing up for the secondary maybe. There's a bit of time before we need to get it started, I suppose.
No. Is this for real? Is this for real?
So, thank you very much, Dorogen, for the 100 months and the tier 2.
Oh, what a scumbag.
Colossus with the 6 months. Benimi with the 117 months. Master Chief 117 reporting for duty. Shreddies with the 10 months. I was a little bit late.
Of scumbaggery.
Jake Like with the 47 months. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling better, but I'm not totally there yet.
Oh,
it's
what a
been
scumbag.
a very rough week this week. Thank you, GT Driver, for the 81 months. Welcome to the Brioso Club.
Oh, what a scumbag.
Severhead Can with the 33 months. Fitting race quote for today. A mini on its roof goes woos woos. Good luck all of you today. Thank you. And Nicola Acello with the 58 months. Okay guys, here's the deal. Let him win and he'll give us free pizza for everyone. I don't think that's going to happen. Sid's fan as well with the 7 months. Not quite as many months as that one, but we'll get there. And Shady Fruit with the 97 months. Crimson Fury also with the 106 months. Thank you guys. I'm going to stop reading these things now because I need to focus on participating. But yeah, thank you all for being here. For those who don't know, the secondary championship is the sort of the championship for everybody who doesn't want to do the main championship, didn't get into the main championship. Or
Absolute scumbag.
Or can't make it to all of the rounds for the main championship. So the secondary championship is 4 rounds only, whereas the main championship is 8 rounds. So it shares the same track as the main championship. So this will be round 2 for the main championship tomorrow. That's also going to be on Olympic GP. Rounds 2, 4, 5 and 7 of the main championship also have a secondary championship round on the Saturday. How many practice laps did you get? About 10. I think I hit my maximum on like on lap 2. I'm hopeful that I can maybe... I would be happy with the top half, I think. There's some very quick drivers in the secondary. You get people who are GT1 drive, who would be GT1 drivers for the main championship, GT2 drivers, GT3. Obviously, we're split across GT4 and GT5. GT5 is more of a gentleman's championship, which is just kind of like not taking it too seriously. GT4, you get a mix of people who are definitely going to be sweating and going very quick, which I am not one of them, and then other people who are just here to have a good race and have a bit of fun, of which I am one of those. So there's a wide variety, and if I can get a top half of GT4, then I think I'll be happy, because there's some very quick people in here, and I'm not that quick. I'm also ill, and all the other excuses that I can possibly muster. It's been a very rough week.
Hello, caller. You're on the Choking Hazard podcast. What's stuck in your throat today?
So I do have perspectives of the Xbox and the Xbox and PC race that are going on at the same time. So the way that it works is that all the secondary championship races happen at the same time. Again, I've chosen to race in the secondary championship because it's a lot more chill. It's a lot less stressful doing a full championship of and organizing it and everything like that. I'm just here to have some fun with some decent racing. But all the secondary championship happen at the same time, but they have a staggered start. So the Xbox One starts at past, the PC race starts at 22, and then the PS5 race starts at 10:02. So, excuse me. So we'll be watching the start of the Xbox race and then watch the start of the PC race from the stream perspectives, and then you'll see my perspective. And I've got a fancy new scene on OBS to show you that we will be able to basically watch all of the races together, including my perspective. It's going to be interesting, and I've got some new scenes on OBS as well to improve the main championship show tomorrow as well, which should work out quite well, I think. Just waiting for qualifying to get started. Yeah, he can start. Brady can start whenever. Looks like PC have just started their qualifying. Xbox are just starting. So we're all about the same time. Thank you, Choking Hazard podcast with the 555. What's actually stuck in your throat today? I've been coughing for ever since the MCEC stream finished last week. I've been ill. Like the moment it finished, you might have heard me coughing a little bit. And let me just pick my car. You might have heard me coughing a little bit during the stream. Well, that just turned into a full-blown illness. It was rough. Seems like reserve drivers can't access the voice call. I don't have perms to fix it. I can't do that right now. For PC or Xbox? Well, both, I guess.
Oh, what a scumbag!
I've got 30 seconds to do this. Hosting and racing is never a good idea. We go at 30 seconds on the timer.
He gets such a huge boost from...
View, connect, save. Okay, I should have fixed it. Terrible start. Alright, qualifying. So the way the secondary championship works, obviously the main championship has very specific starting grid positions for everybody. Everybody's got set all the way through. Secondary is different. We do a one-lap non-contact qualifying session before the race. It's all entirely based on the results of this one-lap race, where you start and where you will qualify. But as you can see in GT4, it's pretty close. There's a lot of quick drivers in GT4, especially over the course of an hour-long race. Secondary also has a 1 hour race rather than an hour and a half long race like the main championship. Qualifying, which is also your first practice lap. I mean, it's my first lap of like the day. Does that count? My best lap in the 10 laps of practice that I did was a 28.2. I think the best laps that people have been setting in GT4 are sort of like 26s. So I'm about 2 seconds a lap probably off the absolute best drivers, those who would go into the GT1 field in the main championship. That's how far off I am. But, you know, it's a race where lots can happen. It's a multi-class race. I'm generally not too bad in those and with traffic and stuff, so I'll just look to have a little bit of fun and see if I can racecraft my way forward. Oh, and it is going to rain, that's true. It will rain during the race for everybody. Fifth. Considering I got a bad start, that's not too bad. Maybe that gives me a bit of hope for the actual race. There you go, there's the 2 seconds that I was talking about. Oh yeah, controller cam, thank you. Here come the Briosos. Didn't get a chance to finish, did they? So now I'm doing broadcasting and racing and covering other platforms at the same time. It's going to be different. It's going to be difficult. Sade's fan on pole position for the Briosos. Sometimes it does mess up the order on the leaderboard, but I assume everybody in the Briosos at least knows where you were coming up to the line and can grid yourselves up properly. Secondary quali was 3 laps, so you actually got a hot lap. It was. I decided to make it quicker this time, honestly. We might let the might let the GT5s go early for future rounds. Probably not a bad idea. Thank you guys, by the way, for the various super chats, subscriptions, donations, and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to read them all out when I get a chance. Just there's too much going on at the minute, but I will read everything like I always do. But we've got a bit of time to wait, time to spare. Looks like. Why are there people in free roam on PC? Or is this really way delayed? Or maybe they all got dropped or something. Don't know why. Like, we all replay the race to go straight into it. But we've got 20 minutes before our race starts. Looks like some people did. Oh yeah, that's true. Some people disconnected. It looks like everybody disconnected on PC though. Maybe they didn't vote to replay, or it just kicked everybody out when they did. But yeah, we've got 20 minutes for our race. Xbox is going first, and here are Xbox. So let me just. Here's a like little sneak peek of what you've got to come tomorrow. I tell you what, I'm not going to put the names in because I'm going to be switching between Xbox and PC. And then this is more for tomorrow when we're going to have it more static. I'll just do GT4, GT4, GT5, GT5. But yeah, I've worked quite a bit on some of the. I think this is a better location, by the way. Do you guys agree? For me, being here rather than in the middle, and then people can see the position counter in the bottom right for people in the top left. PC people voted for free roam, it seems. Why? Yeah, this is better. And also, yeah, like I said, I've got the I'm gonna have the names and the GTs. So I've even got things for GT1. So this is obviously all GT1, and it'll have everybody's name. All GT2 and everybody's name. All GT3. I've got a screen for when we look at a replay now, so I'm not just right in the middle of the screen. And yeah, this one for when we've got a mix of GT1s and GT2s. It's all labeled, so you can hopefully follow the action better. You can see the position counters and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully be able to follow through what's going on in the race. Getting a sneak peek of it for the secondary. So it's Xbox first. Gotta watch them getting gridded up. Everybody's got to respawn indeed. Xbox gridding torch. I guess I can catch up with some of these. Crimson Fury 106 months. Mika G with the 62 months. Good luck for today. Looking forward for the pizza. Schnickel with the 54 months. Free pizza to the winner of the race, I heard. I love Clash of Clans with this membership on YouTube. We saw the donation from Choking Hazard podcast. Ducky Afro Man with the 63 months. Hope you're feeling better, Bruffy. Thank you. Dean Taylor with the £5 super chat. Go, Bruffy. Thank you. Specky with the 86 months. Let the chaos begin. You're not wrong. This means the main championship won't get a compacts round. That is correct. Yes. No repeats even across championships. Once again. Olympic GP. Compacts. Club for GT4s. Brioso 300 Widebody for GT5. And we've done compacts for the first round of secondary, which means the future rounds of the main championship won't also have a compact race. Let's refresh this. Make sure everybody's... So we got two GT4s at the top, RBS and Verdlith. Looks like they've qualified 4th and 6th. Then GT5s at the bottom, Infamous Ryan and J Mills. J Mills looks to be on... No, not pole position. Infamous Ryan is a perfect example of like someone who... like. Some people don't want to do the secondary championship because they think it's lesser or, you know, whatever. Or think it's for people who just couldn't get into the main championship or something like that. But Infamous Ryan had signed up for the main championship. He was in the main championship. He couldn't then... He had to back out of it because of life commitments. And so he's doing the secondary. So there's a whole range of... a whole range of people in the secondary championship, and it'll be people who are equal on pace with GT1 drivers in the main championship to people who are slower than the slowest GT3 drivers in the main championship. It is the back door into the primary. It's true. Because there's a lot of people who, like GTMN, for example, who've done the secondary championship and then graduated into the main championship the following season, or even the same season, because doing well in the secondary championship and participating in all 4 races improves your priority to reserve in the main championship. when reserves are needed. Someone on PS5 is reserving, did quali and now can't reserve after all. That's weird. Did they rage quit because they realized they couldn't hack it? I don't... What's the MCEC Discord? Rugby.com/MCEC Discord. Alright, looks like we're about to start. Here we go with the GT4 is going to be starting first. We're a little bit ahead on the left, top left. That's okay. It's more like the top right is an action replay of what's going to happen in front on the left. Then we're going to have the GT5 starting with the Briosos. There they go. Big pace difference between the two cars as well. We're going to be having a lot of lappery. RBS moves up to the third, but then can't take it. Can't hold on to it. Attempt into the... I'm glad the hospital section's back. Olympic GP looks great. It's nice to finally have an updated version. Good job, TS Nobody, indeed. Big thank you to everybody who did stuff for the Olympic GP creator battle that went into the making of this, and then TS for putting it all together so well. So looks like we got our Brioso second place in J Mills here. Can't see who's in the lead. Begins with a C. Look like. This is getting a taste of what the race is going to be like for me. You got my point of view. I don't have enough screens for it. Sorry, I have it recorded if I ever want it, but I don't have enough screens to put it on. Olympic GP appropriate for the start of the Winter Olympics. That was not planned, actually. Looks like the top three are battling away in GT4 in the top left. As we see, infamous Ryan moving up into, what would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4th place in GT5. Leads changing, Mixman in the lead of GT4. I see where you're standing though, Specky. That's pretty cool location. Can we get some game audio? I need to check on PC actually.
Oh, what a scumbag!
Okay, they haven't gridded up yet, it looks like.
He's a scumbag! He's an absolute scumbag!
Yeah, they're still in the lobby, so they're just starting now. So I've got a few minutes to keep watching Xbox. I wish do you know what? I don't need 10 monitors ever, except when we do MCEC. Then I need 10 monitors. Tight battle between this top three on Xbox. And then RBS is just there in 4th on the back of it. Looks like it's Mixman in the lead, Otter in 2nd, Spear in 3rd. Dig Kelly with the 63 months. Thank you very much. Something Bezos sucks, have some money, and Major Abrasion with the 69 months. Excuse me. Very special anniversary indeed. Big gap for the leader in GT4, it looks like. In fact, first and second in GT4 are substantially far ahead. Wait, what are the rules for pit stops in this? Oh! Somewhat Spear, I think that was, made a mistake. Dropped down to 5th from that top 3 battle. I know it's one pit. Is it after lap 3? It's not lap 5, right? 5 is the main championship. It's after lap 3, I think. It's this website, Hammer. The website I was using to line everything up. The other one that uses YouTube as well. Spaces them out a bit better. We'll see it on the PC perspective, probably. I think you're having an allergic reaction to MCEC. It's best if you cancel it now. Yeah, probably. PC is still gridding up, it looks like. Do I need to make sure to press buttons to not time out in the race lobby? I think you've still got to press buttons to not time out. See, it's much nicer in this one. Yeah, they're still gridding up. So back to the Xbox. We're going to be starting at night. Ooh, overtake in the bottom left for 4th place, I think. So first, it looks like, did bottom right make a mistake at some point that we haven't seen? I think first place in GT5 is just gone. And then it's a bit of a train for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th maybe. I'm surprised the way you feel you didn't say screw it and go back to bed. I mean, I feel better than I have done all week, so there's that. A top-level scumbag displaying the pinnacle of scumbaggery. Netrex with the 114 months. Good luck to all the drivers, don't crash me. Good luck to you as well in your race on PC. These two at the front of GT4 are really battling. Otter and Mixman. RBS is just sat here watching, can't make an impression. But if they slow each other down enough, he'll be right there. I know what he was referring to, Phil. What I'm saying is this website creates the gap, it's not the labels. Let's see. PC, are we anywhere close? No. Looks like we got Lemonade in first place qualifying. And Eek in 13th. I'm using this to like pick who I'm going to be showing the perspective of from when I'm doing my race as well. What do we want? We'll probably use RBS for GT4 on Xbox. Oh, they're lapping Briosos already. Holy moly. What about GT5 on Xbox? Do we go with current 2nd place? Or a bit further back, like 5th place, where there's a few cars in front and we might see more of a battle? Or do you want 2nd or 5th? Big pace difference in cars and even bigger difference in that's true as well, yeah. Overtake from Verdalith up the inside. What's that on a Brioso? Oh, they're definitely coming up to the Briosos now. 5th. Okay, so we'll go with these two. Let's see. How are we doing on PC? We must be close. Taking an age. We're definitely close on PC. Oh, RBS has dropped down to 5th. I'm a perfect, like, this is Formula 1 race direction at the right time, isn't it? RBS got backmarked. He's dropped from 3rd to 5th, and I saw none of it. Oh, that's scary, into the hospital. Yeah, this is the thing. It's going to be an action-packed race. You got to keep your wits about you in the traffic. Typical that I missed it. Alright, PC's almost there. Then it'll be our turn. I've forgotten where I qualified now. 5th, right? Lemonade's POV is either going to be a heated battle with the other top contenders or he's going to run away. Yeah, I know. Die Brad with the $4.99 super chat. Love the content, hope all is well. Thank you very much. Alright, PC's ready. Let's turn our attention. I'll mute it for now, not just close it entirely. We go. I need just car audio. Big Shorty, thank you for the raid. Welcome. PC with no trains. Yeah, I can't believe I only just discovered. Well, Flowball told me last night. There's a setting in the creator to disable trains. You know all those problems that we have with trains spawning in racetracks and cutting across the track and stuff. There's actually a setting to disable it, but it's in the dev creator, and us plebs can't access it.
There goes the flare. Thank you.
Here we go. All right, they're about to start on PC. Good start from pole position into the lead. There is a heated battle behind, though, it looks like, for that GT4 front pack. It's going to be hectic in these first couple of corners, starting well into the night. There you go, the GT4s, 5s even. Eek is having a good little look at that, up to 5th already in our top left. He's gone from 13th to 5th in the first couple of corners. Brioso's so slow. Lemonade's got a very good start, looking to be
Oh, what a scumbag!
extending the gap. Is there anything I can learn? Interesting, not going all the way over to the right there. Look at this pack in the bottom left with the Briosos. Crazy. The rules are the same as the main championship, where you've got to, you know, be careful around slower drivers, not take them out. You know, it's normal multi-class racing rules, just like the main championship, just a bit more relaxed. I missed the crash from the GT5 there. So what perspectives do, because we should be, our race should be starting soon. Well, it should be starting now, really. Sorry. There might be, I wonder if there's some further up the order GT5 perspectives. These GT5s do look like they're suffering. We want the Eek. Do you want Eek in 6th instead of running away with it in 1st place at the moment? And then we'll take one of these unless there's another PC perspective, but I'm not sure there is. Okay, my turn. This requires a little bit of delicate setup to make sure this works. Everybody's got to respawn. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Xbox GT4. Xbox GT5. And then I also need a PS5 GT5 to go for the top qualifier. Let's see if this works. Benimi gifted an MCEC pin to the chat. Exclamation mark play. Exclamation mark enter, sorry. If you want a chance to win that. Thank you very much, Benimi. Only the Twitch chat, of course, unfortunately. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, Brady. Alright, are we ready for this thing I've set up? I hope it works. Please let it work. Look at this. I think that's right. We got EEC, PC GT4, RBS, Xbox GT4, Saints Fan, PS5 GT5, Infamous Ryan, Xbox GT5, PC GT5 with Sunky. And then me with PS5 GT4. With a smaller version of everything on my screen. Did I do good? Is this good? Tell me this was worth it. Circle Sky, thank you for the 50 months. Benjamin Frones with the €4 super chat. Baby1322 funds, have a nice race. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to read stuff at this point. I need to focus on the race at this now, but it's a bit much for me. Yeah, I know, but I want to showcase all of the races. There's 3 races going on at once. Technically 6 if you count the GT4s and GT5s. You know, I wanted to have it all added. Mookster de Pookster won the MCEC pin. Go to the redeem page to get it. Sign in, put in your details, and it'll be on its way. Thank you very much, Benimi. You're gonna contribute to every single viewer's desire to purchase a bigger or more monitors now. Yeah, I mean, this is the same setup I had for the live stream replays for the main championship in season 4. Just setting it up to actually do it live is not easy. So I'm happy that this has been able to work out, and hopefully it showcases all the secondary championship races as best they can. Because I didn't want the PC and Xbox races to just, you know, not exist, if you like. Which they would have done. And if things break, I can just go straight back to just my game on its own. Well, qualifying 5th isn't too bad. We got a lot of race to go. A lot of lapping of Briosos to do. Pit stop. Rain. Hopefully we can get a decent result. But I'm here, the reason I'm doing the secondary is because I'm a lot more chill about it. It's just going to be a bit of fun. Wait, what's happening in the top left? Oh, that's okay. That's PS5 GT. Okay. We must be close now, I think. Yeah, I'm the top left. The top left, PS5 GT5 is the top left on my screen. That's the top right for you guys, but it's the top left for me. And I have to put in the streams in a very specific order so that they match up with the positions that they're meant to be on your screen. It's complicated. RBS is up in a second. Things have happened. Pit stops could have happened too, mind. Alright, looks like we're ready to go. I have done a secondary championship race in the MCEC before. It was the final secondary championship race of last season. I just guest drove in it for a bit of fun. So I'm looking forward to doing something a bit different. Alright. Away we go already. Someone sounds like they're on the gas when they shouldn't be. Not allowed to touch anything off the start. The explosion for the Briosos. Taking a pretty significant margin at the moment. I can feel myself not quite pushing at the moment, just to ease into it. But the rain is going to be coming. I'm basically mixed in with a bunch of GT1 drivers at the moment though, so the chance of me being able to stay with them, I'm not sure. Damn, it's weird to be racing in MCEC again. Even if it is a secondary championship, it still counts. It's still a multi-class endurance championship race. I knew I was vulnerable there with the wall hit. Managed to hang it out around the outside. There's less tricks that you can do with the club because it's front wheel drive in terms of like brake boosting at least. You can still short shift, but I don't think it's as crazy as other cars. But there's still going to be little tricks and things that the others are doing and can do that I'm not or can't. That wasn't great. It's all the little things that make the difference. I think everybody I just needed to get that right. Everybody in this top 6, except me, is a GT1 reserve driver for the main championship. So I'm already pleased with myself for sticking around for so long. I'm happy already. Looks like the top 6 have pulled out a bit of a gap as well over the rest of the GT4s. Settling into it a little bit more now. There's the Briosos on the other side of the fence. Always loved that about this track. Same with LSGP as well, but this one winds its way around itself a bit more. Here comes the rain. So I did 2 laps of practice in the rain just to get a bit of a feel, and wow, it changes how the car handles. Like, it is significant, the difference. Very understeery. You're not really going to slide and lose grip because the club's quite grippy just as standard, but and that's it. The rain has begun. We do have less grip now. There's puddles. So Hyfex in the lead, Kingsia second, Nico third, Cold Cars fourth, me fifth, Joyce, I think, in sixth. Cool to have current weather back in the MCEC though. Mixed condition races are always fun. See how much understeer you get in the rain. You will eventually get an interesting moment where you'll see me go past the Brioso GT5 on his screen just after I do it. Obviously given the Twitch delay. Some funny little benefit of these multiple perspectives in one go. Oh, such understeer. Completely different driving experience. The rain's going to last a long time, I think, as well. That is not very quick. So I do have a plan. That is not the plan. Nice plan. I told you about the understeer. Sorry to who was behind me. And Joyce, I think. My bad entirely. Well, I was happy for the first few laps to stick it with the GT1s. That lack of practice in the rain, probably on that corner, no doubt. I'm not going to say any excuses. It is what it is. I've practiced as much as I've practiced. I'm as quick as I am. This is what it is. I'm here to have some fun and some decent racing. Results don't matter so much. Coming up to the Briosos already. Alrighty, here we go then. So much understeer. It's a shame. I was enjoying that battle over 5th. I suppose the top 4 have a significant gap now after my error. Me taking out 6th place kind of means that the battle for 5th is still on, in a way. Oh, this looks dicey. This looks very dicey indeed. GT4s and GT5s all over the place. Gotta be careful in the traffic and defend from that GT4 that was coming through very quickly, despite the fact that there was a bunch of traffic in front.
Oh, what a scumbag!
This is what the whole race is going to be like, though. GT5 traffic's going to be everywhere, and it's going to be about traffic. See, I've gained in the... It's always when we hit traffic I tend to do better. The actual racecraft and getting through the slower cars, and like I might not have the overall pace always. Got that MCEC experience that's helping me. So we're back in the fight for 5th after that flurry of GT5 overtaking. Top 4 gone. And this is 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th all in a row. Okay, scary. Yeah, it was scary. I should have gone to the inside, really. Didn't think they'd could drift out so wide, but that was my stupid brain there. Should have been just cutting inside. Cool. Okay, and we're back to how it was at the start of the previous lap, before all the GT5s. Bit of a gap to that battle for 5th now. Let's see how it's going in the... Okay, 4th place. It's a battle for 4th, actually. The top 3 are still significantly ahead, but 4th place must have had an issue with traffic or something, because they've come back to us mistake makers. Hey, that's the camera car Saints fan there who went into the pits. So we didn't get that moment of passing on track. Maybe next time. Might have done a pit stop actually, 4th place. Didn't think about that. Might not have been a crash. I don't have the pit tracking website open, so I don't know the pit situation of anybody. Not enough screens. I feel like I've settled down a lot more after that first mistake. I just needed to get that crash out of the way. The inevitable crash. Alright, now's the time. The same idea as me. New car. Pit stop done. Alright. So I'm in 10th. If I don't lose a position on track, that's the worst I can be. Leads changed in GT4. Probably still been battling all this time. Nico's now in the lead. Was in 3rd. It's all changing the top. Nico's got some MCEC experience. Season 5 GT1 driver in the main championship. That's someone coming into the pits in GT4. It's going to be a position back. Gained quite a lot on that lap, it looks like. That's who I was battling over that 7th place. So nobody in front of me apart from Joyce. Are we saying that's N Joyce? If anyone knows how to say the name differently, maybe I should just say NJ. The X's where there should be vowels always throws me off. Everybody apart from them in front of me hasn't pitted yet, I don't think. I'm trying not to read chat, but I'm also just keeping an eye on it if I'm seeing something relevant. It's N Joyce. Okay, I was right. And MX ticks is Matix. I know, right? X can just be so many different vowels. Stupid. Excuse me. Yeah, Harry. Huxley. Engris. V. Mx6. Like, how's anyone meant to know? Alright, so it's definitely... There's still puddles. So it's not quite full grip yet, but... The rain stopped, so it will be. That was my tactic that I talked about before I actually crashed. Made a fool of myself. My tactic was to pit when it was raining. Everybody's going around slower. It's like pitting under the virtual safety car in Formula 1. So you gain a little bit from that. And Joyce had the same idea. Nobody else has, it seems. Apart from the person who I was racing against, but I've pulled a gap on them on that lap, so... Maybe there's opportunities for this top 5 still by the time those currently in the top 5 need to pit. Xbox 4 laps to go, eh? Any close battles on Xbox? Top 4 all very close. Ooh, interesting. Getting a good show on Xbox GT4 then. It is cool to have all these races going at the same time. We obviously do them subsequently, one after another for the main championship, but There's something special about it all happening together. Oh, I've taken him out. That's a weight. Okay, well, rip that top 5. Sorry. The closing speeds do make it difficult. Bushes can be Do you think that's what it was? He got a little squirrely on the bush. Just slowed him down a little bit. Caught me off guard. Disappointing. Just as I was saying how I was doing, I'm normally pretty good in traffic. It has been 6 years, I suppose. I was just closing in as well on Joyce. The battle was about to resume. I think I'm at decent pace, just a little bit maybe rusty to MCEC Racing, possibly. Being my main problem. Cost me about 10 seconds. Only one position though.
Oh, what a scumbag!
And all that great pit stop strategy was for nothing. Well, we still got what? We're only halfway through the race. There's still plenty of time for it to happen to others. Plenty of twists and turns. There's a multi-class endurance championship race after all. See if I can chase down 8th. I think I've got the pace on 8th. The pace is a little bit closer than the top 8 onwards. Well, it's close. I just mean I don't have the pace on the top 3 I would say, but I was pulling a bit of a gap on D Francis. Let's see if I can pull it in. Go in chase mode. I don't actually know how many GT4s we have in this race. I don't think I'm going to get top half at this rate. Just silly mistakes. There's 15 GT4s. The leader of the GT5s is on your screen as well, actually, the blue Brioso. So if I want top half, 8th is right in the middle, isn't it? Doesn't count as top half or bottom half, or it counts as both, depending on your philosophical bent. catching. Oh, that's a hit. Was it a hit? Is he not waiting for that? Was it a error on his own? I will say all results that you see today and tomorrow are always provisional, pending race reports of takeouts and penalties and such. We had one driver lose a win in the main championship from last Sunday after a report and a penalty post-race. I'll cover all of that before each race tomorrow. I'm definitely in the swing of it now. Look at that run. This has been a pretty good lap, actually. Alright, back in the 8th. That is neither top half nor bottom half. That is just incredibly mid.
Why is it? Why would you do that?
Which seems about right, to be fair. Alright, we're going to finally get this overtake. I'm going to do it here, and then you're going to see it on the stream on PS5 GT5 perspective. Not much of a delay. Oh, really? Hospital section's so good when you hook it up nicely. I've missed that. Alright, one of the gaps, 10.6. I've caught up actually to 7th. I think I had the pace potentially to at least challenge for that top 5, but the takeout on the GT4 just ruined it completely. Eighth is definitely bottom half. Well, there's 7 people ahead of me and 7 people behind me. So I like to think of it as neither bottom half nor top half. Last lap for Xbox. Okay, I'm a little confused about that one. looked like he was slowing down well before the corner to let me past, and then he turns in at the last minute. I don't think there was a major crash, to be fair. Looks like Xbox is finished. Sorry. Like I said at the start, I'm better than I have been all week, but I'm still not good. Barring any incidents, I think this is just where I am. I've caught up by 2.5 seconds to 7th place though. Any more of that and I'll be right there. I'm seeing that stream text. Yes, get your MCEC enamel pins. I haven't sold enough yet to cover the cost it cost me to buy them, so buy them now. Start.brivy.com. Thanks, RBS. Alright, Lappery now. Oh, this looks like quite a few GT5s we've got to get through. Must pay attention. Once PC's done, I could go to my screen full screen, since PS5 GT5 battle isn't really a battle, if you guys would prefer. Good idea. Okay, I'll do that. Not that there's really anything happening in my race anymore. That GT5 takeout. That was the moment, really. I'm going to say that I think fourth was possibly on. If I'd executed the race well enough up to this point, I think the battle could have been for fourth. There was no real touching the top three. They had too much extra pace. Well, that's how it goes. Had some good battles at least. Alright, what's the gap? 7.5. Stayed pretty much the same. I think this is going to be it for the rest of the race. Sorry, it's not more exciting. Thank you for those results, Specky. Congrats to the top three in each. And everybody for making it to the end. An hour-long race isn't as long as the hour-and-a-half slog of main championship, but it's still a hefty amount to be racing around in one go. I assume Lemonade is dominating on PC. Second lead last I checked, yeah, okay. Eeks managed to work his way up to fourth though, it looks like. What's the how many people are left to pit in front of me on PS5? Towards the end now. I assume people are going to be making their stops. Not allowed to pit on the last lap. People. Colin hasn't pitted. So that could be an interesting battle. I think that would be resuming a battle that was going on at the very start that I was in before the crash, before we started pitting. It's possible that when Colin pits, Joyce and Colin start battling because they're close. That's the only hope I have of making any impression, I think. Those two are in 6th and 7th. About a pit stop between them. Hyfex is 5th in 24 seconds, back from the lead. Nico and Kinixia are the top two, significantly far ahead. Have either of those two pitted? Both not. Okay, so they're really going at it, leaving their pit stops till late. They're going to be choosing the right time to avoid traffic as much as possible, probably. Crown Skipper hasn't either. Yeah, but the gap is too big to make a difference, I think. I think Crown Skipper had a relatively inauspicious start. Oh, we're going to get this dual stream overtake again. And didn't seem to have the pace of the top group in the early stages, but has just not got involved in any incidents, it looks like, to get into the top 5 that they're currently in. PC finished. GG's all on PC. Well, I'm not going to overtake Saints fan in the lead of PS5 GT5 again before the end of the race. Congrats to the winners on PC. I might as well just go to my perspective now. Everything is huge. I painstakingly sized everything down for the smaller cam as well. Like, my full canvas is at 4K. So my perspective that you've been watching was, for me, 1440p. So then everything else had to get made smaller by a third. But yeah, the third's smaller than what it should be. I had to do a lot of it individually and replace it so that it made sense. I didn't do the MCEC logo. I just thought I'd leave that the same. That's independent of perspectives. The correct word is ensmallened. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, GT5. GT4 even. For position. They must have lost a bunch of time. They were miles ahead. What's happened there? You can never know with MCEC what happens. Oh, it's another crash. There's top half. We have a battle. I told you, it can always... There's always a surprise in MCEC races at the end. Now I'm officially top half. No philosophical choosings needed. Looks like some pits have happened. Colin's still got to pit. I wonder if Cool Cars Carter still had to pit, and that's just... Here is Crown Skipper. Wait, are they slowing down? Did they have a crash with Is that what's happened? They're 6th. They must have had a coming together, and he's had to wait all this time. It must have been a monumental crash. I wonder if they both still had pit stops to make, so it's not as much of a time loss as what I think it is from the crash, but still. 3 laps to go. Well, this is fun. Just as I was saying how Crown Skippers had just a clean, chilled race. Jinxed him. Time for huge D and 4K. That 4K D. Massive D. I've done many MCEC races around this track. I know a lot of the tricks. But there's no accounting for a lack of pace and talent and aging process. And illness. I'll add that one in. So close. Yeah, there's definitely little tricks that are possible for better speeds, I reckon, that I don't really know about. But I do know how to defend. I ain't no GT1 driver. I don't know why my lights were still on, actually. They've probably been on all this time from the respawn, I guess. Two laps to go. I don't know if you actually really gain much by going over there, if I'm honest. Okay, they're battling behind now. That might help me. It has helped me. All right, last lap. Got that traffic at the wrong time though, that did not help me. Last minute lead change on the last lap. This is a bit awkward as well. Yeah, that slowed me down. Wow, what a close finish. Oh, that's unbelievable. Between not just the top two, but the top three. Class of the field. Just got fourth in the end. That's what I was fighting for. Well, I got it. I kept it. I said I'd be happy with the top half. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't get a 27 before the race started as well, so all in all, thanks for the GGs. I can't be too unhappy with that. 25 is crazy. I mean, I'd be lucky to get a 26. Definitely best of the rest based on those lap times. That's crazy. A 1 hour 7:27, a 1 hour 7:28, and a 1 hour 7:29 for the top 3. That's madness. And the best lap was the opposite direction. Third place had the best lap. But Nico must have had the best. Nico's got that MCEC experience, must have had the best overall race. Ultimately, that mistake that I made with the back marker and I had to wait, what, like 10 seconds? It cost me the battle. It cost me a top 5 and it cost me the battle over 4th. I think that was ultimately where it all fell down. But I had a pretty good recovery after that, I think. I settled in a bit better. Set the best lap that I've set, not that I've done much practice. Not bad for an old timer. But we had a little bit of fun at the end as well with that issue that happened. I gained 2 places. I was quite...
That might have been a decent little comeback. Pretty hectic race, that one.
I was quite lucky to gain those 2 places towards the end, but then I actually earned it by they came across the worst thing you can come across in an MCEC race. My ass doing some hard D. It's good to know I've still got it in that respect. GG Nico. GG the top 3, to be fair. A class apart. It's so close. 2 seconds separating the top 3 is madness. I'm glad that Joyce got that 4th that they probably would have got if I hadn't have caused them to have a crash. I could have been in the battle for 4th, I think, without my issues. But hey, it was a good race. Something to work on as well, and maybe we can... Now that I've done one race, I can figure it out and settle into the next race a little bit earlier without getting any crashes in. The next race isn't for another 2 weeks for the secondary, so unless I'm reserving in the main championship, which is possible from a week-to-week basis, but unless I'm reserving, I won't be racing until 2 weeks' time. But then it'll be back-to-back. It'll be 2 weeks, and then 1 week, and then 2 weeks again. Because there's 4 rounds for the secondary. GG indeed, Joyce. GG's everybody who made it to the end on all platforms. Well done. And we'll see you all back in 2 weeks to do it all over again. You have to wait and see what cars are in store for us in 2 weeks' time on a hill track. Right, so what I'll do is I'll end the YouTube.
What do you need, Daddy? Is everyone having fun?
Oh my god. I'll end the YouTube stream now to so that it's nothing unnecessary while we do marbles and stuff. I wonder. Yeah, everything is all the results are pending penalties, of course. But I'll read the super chats that we had from YouTube. Escape Velocity 25k with the $25 super chat. Been watching your content for years. Just got back into GTA with some friends yesterday after years away, and used your website to get the details on the best new cars. Appreciate all your work. Well, thank you very much, Escape Velocity, for the $25 super chat. That's crazy. We got the YouTube side here. Thank you everybody for the super chats. I hope you enjoyed the race. I was actually racing in this one. Yeah, thank you very much for that super chat. Sugar-free latte as well with the $2 Canadian super chat. GG, Sunny Hayes is jealous. Not bad for being old, decrepit and ill and hosting the whole thing and having to do the stream and concentrate on that as well. I can't be too disappointed. And I was holding my own with the GT1s, at least for the first couple of laps until the mistake happened. So I'm not too far away, but I'm definitely not GT1 pace. The top end of GT4 is GT1 pace. It's crazy. Need to improve on my overtaking of GT5s though. That was the main problem. Right, thank you guys very much. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Thank you for being here. Hoping that I can get the car tested next week, assuming I continue to feel better each day. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the secondary championship round 1. We'll have the secondary championship round 2. The main secondary championship round 2 in 2 weeks on Saturday, and the main championship round 2 tomorrow. Also on Olympic GP, but in tuners with 3 GTs. It'll be an interesting one. So yeah, thank you very much. See you later, YouTube, and thank you for sticking here this long if you watched it as a video. Here's the classic outro screen.